Hello and welcome to Cultural Foolishness Power Raising Kanan season finale recap.
Let's go.
I am Creed of Exodus Studios and Architects of Mars, and this is
Coach Tamara Simone, your favorite life coach's favorite life coach.
And I'm pretty sure you see this looks a lot different than the other episodes because we are sitting next to each other.
We are live for the finale.
Live-ish. But definitely live together because I am in Houston. It's my birthday weekend, Super Bowl weekend, we're kicking it. So I just thought we would make this episode a little special and take advantage of being together. So here you go.
For sure.
And I think we should get right into it. So this episode was pretty crazy.
Yes. Phenomenal episode. Amazing season. In the Power universe, I have a bias for Power Book 2 Ghost because it's the closest one to the original Power. But I don't know no more, man, because this one was just Raising Kanan is just so good, and the writing is phenomenal. Kudos to the cast and 50 Cent, Courtney Kemp, Patina Miller, like London Brown, literally like everyone, Joey Badass.
Yeah,
like
this
everyone
has been amazing, and that's really the bar has been raised to like Wire levels, like HBO dramas that, you know, are critically acclaimed. Like they really stepped it up. Even just, I've always said, even from the first season, the fact they got Omar Epps as like a supporting character, and he used to be headlining movies. It's like, okay,
yes,
they're doing their thug thizzle over there.
Yes, so I mean, you know, we could start off with Lou. You know, Lou is getting the help that he needs in this rehab.
Thankfully.
A lot of people thought that they were taking him somewhere to take him out the game, but I'm just like, that's their baby bruh, man. Like, you know, like at the end of the day, like family is first when it comes to Rock. So I couldn't see her taking him out regardless of what he was getting into. I was pretty sure that he was going to go to rehab, and he's in rehab. And you know, it was good to see, you know, they opened up with him being in rehab and Rock being there, and you know, all throughout the season when he's kind of addressed her with his issues, and like, oh, like, you know, you had me do this and that, then she just been like, okay, nigga, but you grown, like you made these choices, and she not wrong. But I love the fact that in this episode you got to see her like, okay, yeah, you know, be that as it may, you know, like, you still my brother, like, you my heart, like I and even with him, because the whole season he been like, fuck Rock, but when they was like, who do you want to be here, then he was like, I want my sister here. So the love has always been there. It's just like, for those who don't remember the finale of season 2, the hands in the face shaking his head like, I own you, nigga, like that did a number on him. Yeah. And now we're seeing we saw the ramifications of that the whole season, and now we see her being like, okay, yeah, probably shouldn't. I went hard. I went harder than was necessary. But even she mentioned, like, I felt like I was losing you because he's so into the music, and that makes him not want to be involved in that and all. And she's like, no, I need you. Right. But he like, yeah, like, I'm still my own person. That's not really where I want to be. Yeah. Like, I'm going to still be here, but I can't just be like, you want two Marvins. Right.
Because Marvin don't mind for some reason.
I ain't going to hold you, though. Who don't want two Marvins?
Marvin is dope. We love Marvin. So let me see. After that was
Kanan.
Oh,
we're finding out that.
Oh, yes, the possible conception of Sean.
with this punk ass Crystal. But you know what? Again, that scene just showed that Kanan been Kanan. It's not this thing to where he just kind of like woke up like that. No, Kanan been Kanan, because when she hit him with the "what are we?" and we just kicking it like. And she like, well, what? What? I mean, like, we're not in a group no more. So what about this and this? And he like, man, I'm really trying to blaze this blunt right now. I ain't trying to get into all of that.
Yeah. He is showing the evolution into becoming the Kanan that we saw on Power for sure.
Yes.
It's definitely showing. It also makes sense that Sean probably had a real crappy mother in Crystal. And
if Crystal is indeed his mother, then
it's probably crappy. And then of course the feds was getting all up in Marvin's face at the funeral.
So irritating. He trying to go and pay a little respect. And very little of it was about Greg. I think a lot of it was about his daughter, the one that's left. They come messing with him as per usual, and they're just gonna be annoying as they've been all season. Everything from trying to shake down Rock to messing with him. It is Jukebox Sean, also known as Famous. Like they've been annoying all freaking season.
I mean, it's definitely a big part of Gerald's death is on them, because they was pressuring him to do shit he didn't want to do. So yeah,
absolutely.
So let's see.
You want to talk about Jukebox?
Yeah, Jukebox got her little boo now.
Well, no, she got a boo because she about to leave.
That's true. Everything with her timing is trash.
Now, girl then just came out and told her about her feelings for her, and given the time that it's set in, that the show is set in, because Juke is thrown off because she like, but you was with Kanan, so like, how you all of a sudden? And her response to that was, well, I feel like I was messing with Kanan because I didn't understand what I felt for you. And given that this is set in the early 90s, then I could very well see that.
Yeah, I could see it. I mean, it was way more taboo then, so people were very much more, they just wasn't as accepting off jump. But
right.
Now it's different, of course. But Howard, he's messed up right now. Everything is
Howard is real messed
coming down on him.
Howard is real messed up because since he didn't got caught up with the thing with, but not even all the way caught up with the thing with Burke, but since they were looking into him because of the way he maneuvered with Detective Burke, and they still don't know all the intricacies of it. They just are like, something was funny the way you move with the Burke situation.
Because it was funny.
Because it was funny, for sure. But, that, and he's trying to assure them, like, no, it's nothing like that. But then they like, oh, but why did you put out the word that she was looking for Lou Thomas? Like, and then it's like, oh my God. Oh. Shout out to the union rep. Union rep was like, look, we ain't answering no more questions. So, the walls are closing in on him, and now he's doing this whole thing of trying to come to Rock on some Marvin. Right, you want to pin it on Marvin, and then you want to come to Rock and be like, we have to do this, and you and this boy has caused me so much trouble. And it's like,
bruh, you was messing with some girl that was underage in the first place because she was fine. Because we see how she looking now. I can't even imagine how she was looking back in the day. So yeah, you was thinking with the wrong head. That is why you are in this trouble, sir. That is the reason. Jake Reed.
Do you want to go to the shootout with Rock? The attempted.
Yes, let's talk about it, because clearly Ronnie is just making moves without Kanan's input at all.
So the thing is, an attempted drive-by on Rock comes to the surface, and shout out to Rock for getting out that jam. But I think because Ronnie's so crazy and ridiculous and retarded that he don't even understand that ain't nobody gonna be like cool with you trying to take out their mama. Like, we all know Ronnie is off, and just the fact that a few episodes back he asked Sean what your mama miss about you shows that he's just completely detached.
He's a robot.
Yes. He's a robot that's defective.
Yes, there's something wrong with him for sure.
A lot is wrong with him. It's a few things that's wrong with him.
So Kanan came down on him, and
well, shout outs to Famous, because he the one who let Kanan know.
That is true.
Even though they're not talking, and Kanan been threatening him the whole damn, half the season at least. Then he still came to him like, "Hey, you good? Like, what's going on?" Because they tried to hit Rock, and she got out the jam, but they still almost hit your mom's, and he like, "Oh, this damn Ronnie,"
because he already know that's who it is. So I think their partnership is probably dissolved at this point.
I can see that. I can definitely see them not. Hell, they ain't got no connect anyway. Juliana dead. So it was that. But yes, like, and then too, not even telling Kanan that this was how you was gonna move. Like, so he just thrown off guard like everybody else. But he also knew that if he would have told Kanan, he'd be like, "Hell no, you're not hitting my mom's." Mm-hmm. So that's why he didn't. And
yeah, so I think the next thing to talk about is Famous. And
man, we gotta talk about Famous and his raggedy ass mama. That's what we have to talk about, because you are you dumb? You can't be that dumb. So you find a gun in the house and be like, "Oh my God, let me take it to the police." So that's what you think is the right thing to do? You ain't talk to nobody, because before Famous came home, you hadn't found any said guns. Famous come home, you find a gun, and then you want to go to the police without even saying nothing.
Because at the end of the day, even though I don't even think he did the crime that's on the body for real, did he?
He did.
Oh, he did that.
He showed no. He guilty as shit.
Oh yeah, he did.
Let's be fair. Everything they said he did. He did that shit.
Sure did.
Yeah.
I forgot the episode. Excuse me. But at the same time,
he did it. But that ain't the point. It's not what you know. It's what you can prove.
The gun. Like, why would you take the gun to the police without? Anyway, I just don't understand. I do like how because he's guilty, he's adamant.
Shout outs to Famous.
Yeah,
he's not getting the credit he deserved for being 10 fucking toes down. He was like, "I didn't do that shit. I want a lawyer." His goofy ass mom is like, "Oh, mijo, you can talk to me. I'm your mother." Blah, blah. He's like, "It's nothing to talk about because I didn't do that shit. You better say it. Nigga, say it till you believe it.
Say it with your chest.
Little ass nigga. Say it. Yes. You ain't do it. If you say it enough, you believe it. You ain't do it. Say it." Oh, I was like, you better stay 10 toes down. This nigga's accusing you of being a snitch, nigga. Now, in your music, yes, you are snitching
on yourself
like none other.
Yeah,
but in that room, you are like, "I am lawyering up. I'm good." And I was like, you know what?
That's what you're supposed
That's
to
what
do.
you're supposed to do. Shout outs to him and Lou this episode.
Yeah.
These niggas went from telling on themselves
to being very, very tight-lipped as they should. I love Lou's scene talking about he drank the cheap shit. That's why he can afford the facility. I love it.
They came to talk to Lou, and you know, like
reading his book, being smooth again. I was like, good job.
Come on, welcome back, Lou. We missed you. And you know what? I've seen people make a very interesting point about how it's a lot of people that want to dismiss and kind of dispose of Lou because he fucked up, and it's like, why do y'all always want to dispose of people when they get fucked up, no matter how many times they've been 10 toes down?
Came through, right? And he done came through a bunch of times. Was it Marvin that was in the house that was about to burn up in season 1? Yep.
And he the one who came. We ain't never about to throw Lou away when he the reason we got Marvin.
Yep.
We just need to get this nigga off that bottle, especially if he's drinking $10.95 whiskey.
Yeah.
We gonna get him off that.
Yeah, he's wilding.
But we're not gonna dismiss everything he did just because he having a hard time. Plus, like I've said previously, I love the fact that that it's being shown that just because someone has done some bad things doesn't mean that they're completely okay with it. Because a lot of times when you think of criminals doing things like that, you think that they're these people who are completely heartless and have no, empathy or anything like that. And it's like, no, he feels horrible about the things that he's done. Now it's done. It is what it is. But we're seeing that side, which we don't often see. We don't see these people who commit these crimes actually show compassion for the things that they've done. So that is very dope.
So I like that they have those dimensions with the different characters. And like, unfortunately for Lou, he is the conscious of the three of them apparently, because he's the one who's like the brunt of those thoughts, because Rock thinking about different shit. Marvin thinking about when he about to get a snack before he go kill somebody. Like, they got a little different things on their mind. It's different.
But you know what is so interesting and dope about Marvin? I don't know. I mean, Marvin's dope in and of itself. But I think at this point, and this is just my perspective, I think Marvin's thing is, if I'm good enough in other areas, it wipes out what I do over here. If I'm an amazing father, if I'm a great friend, if I come through, I mean, it's not, but that's how he compartmentalizes right, everything. Exactly. Yeah, so if I'm an amazing brother to my brother and my sister, if I'm a great father, if I'm an amazing person, independent of the dirty stuff I do, then it's like it balances itself out. It feels like that's how he moves.
That is a good observation. I think that, yes. So dang, he even was about to get the little record stuff popping and this little dumb stuff happening. See, why are you taking it? Mama taking a gun to the police. I'm gonna start on the Famous shit.
I mean, yes, I am too. Cause shout outs to Famous. But I mean, Lou drunk, so he needs the producer. So he was on pause either way, but that ain't make it any easier. And shout outs to him for staying 10 toes down. I want to go to Kanan and Jukebox's dialogue when she tells him that she's about to.
Oh yeah, because it's interesting how he was like, I'm gonna just be on Southside forever. It's like, dude, what? You're 16, bro. Like, what
is that? And like, I get the whole like, fuck you want to go do that for?
Now that I get that part.
I know you do. I know you do. For sure. But I like the dialogue because, even in spite of his issues with Rock, he was very much so like, regardless of anything, that happened between me and her, I ain't had nothing to do with her getting hit. He still wanted to put that out there to know, like, that wasn't me.
Right.
And, that says something. I love Juke's response of, okay, look, I ain't saying that she perfect, but she loves you. Like, you, like, you know, don't get anything else that she does twisted. You are her son. She loves you. It may not seem like it from some of the things, some of the ways that she moved, but that's not what it is. And then he gets kidnapped.
Which, that was like a catalyst to kind of the setup to the last act of the show, which I want to get into.
You want to talk about Snaps and Pop?
Yeah, we can talk about them. They're interesting. They clearly got some swinger tendencies they've been showing through the whole season.
The whole thing with Marvin, I mean, we wasn't mad at you, but it's like, nigga, your husband right there.
Yeah,
like,
okay.
You ain't saying, no, I know that, but I'm saying, like, regular square women such as myself, we like, man, your husband right. I mean, like, a lot of us is thinking it. I ain't saying we not thinking it. Like, you was spitting, but you ain't supposed to spit in front of, like, why would you say that? In front of, like, you ain't wrong, but why would you say that, though?
Whole time, he just funny to me. So, Howard, again, our friend Howard, now he's...
See, that's my issue with Howard.
Face.
Howard talks too fucking much. And it's funny because Lou been talking a lot, but Rock don't love Howard the way she like Lou her heart. So it's like, okay, nigga, I just need you to get to a point where you chill. This nigga, I'm gonna make sure you chill indefinitely because he come in talking about, oh, I wish I never got involved with you and the kid. Fuck you mean the kid?
You helped create a kid with an underage person, Mr.
And you only saying that because
officer.
the pressure is on with your whole shit, and a lot of that is you. Because it's not on some, well, they after us. No, nigga, they after you.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to put, you know, people turn I into we. People start speaking French and all of the things. No, it's you. Okay? It is you. They coming down on Marvin a little bit, which is why you want him to take the fall. No, it's you.
Yeah.
It's you.
So after they kidnap Kanan, of course, she wants to, you know, pay the ransom.
Well, oh yes. So they kidnap Kanan, and then she knows. Well, because Kanan kept mentioning Ronnie, then Juke is like, oh, this was Ronnie. So then they go to Rock and say, oh, they kidnapped Kanan and Ronnie is the person behind it. And she knew that Ronnie was the person behind her getting hit also. So then she like, okay, well, if I want to get to Ronnie, then I got to go to Snaps and Pop.
Mm-hmm.
So her and Marvin and Howard go to Snaps and Pop, and that's when they find out that, of course, Ronnie wants his business and his connect and all. Because all Ronnie goofy ass want to do is sell heroin and be a nerd. That's all he want to do. And it's crazy because he don't want to like be the big man and like really front and show that shit off like Neek. He just wants to be a nerd and be feared and sell drugs. And be weird. He don't want no bitches. He don't want nothing.
I didn't say it. She said it.
He don't want no bitches. He don't want no music to play or nothing. He just wants
silence and piles of money around him and sit like this.
And still be angry. Exactly.
And eating some Cheerios, and he might crack a smile.
No, a wince.
Okay, yes. A slight smirk.
He's still not happy. So
oh my god.
So there's that. Mm-hmm. So, you know, now we know, like, oh, okay, it's Ronnie. It's this whole thing. You know, he didn't put out the hit on Rock. He didn't kidnap Kanan.
They want a ransom now.
He wants a ransom of $500K. And okay, you know, Rock got it, but she ain't got it liquid. So she goes to good old Stefano because she know that he does have it liquid. And she has to put up her house and her businesses. And all. Again, going back to what Juke was saying, like, she may not show it, but she loves you because she's literally gonna put up everything and put herself in a jam just to make sure that you good.
Yep.
So Stefano agrees to front her the cash or whatever like that for the ransom. And then the most infamous wonderful part of the season occurs. That last little bit where they in the warehouse.
All the double crossing and all of the fun, it comes to a culmination in like a very dope ass scene. Because first it looked like Kanan set them up when they got there.
Okay, so they get there and you see Ronnie little whatever, and then you see Kanan, and then it turns into a you think he kidnapped me type of deal. Oh, I just wanted the money and he wanted the connect, so we can't. And it's like Ronnie's so, again, that's why he's the Urkel who will do your homework and get all your fucking questions wrong. Because he came at you real tough for going at his mom's. So you think that after that he gonna come at you like, I got a plan how to get your shit back and still keep my mom's alive, and you gonna roll with it. He already told you, like, don't get this age twisted. You don't know who you messing with for real.
Man.
But Ronnie's so retarded.
He's so focused on his goal.
He's so focused on being the kingpin and having money and still being unhappy in silence. Because that's all he really wants. So he's so focused on that he's just like, okay, yeah, let's do it type of shit. And as I'm watching it, I'm just like, Kanan, what the fuck are you thinking right now?
And 2 seconds later, it's like, oh.
2 seconds later, right? Literally, I didn't even get a chance to get upset enough,
right?
Before
he was blowing his head off. Yay!
Bravo, Kanan. Shot that nigga in it. Didn't even see it coming. And you know what? That is poetic justice, because all he do is get niggas is when they don't see it coming.
Yep.
So it was that ain't nothing but karma-ing, because that's how it goes. So he got his goofy ass knocked off, and he didn't see it coming, which was amazing. And then Howard,
2 seconds after that,
you see this shit?
Rock was like, hey, you talking all this stuff, somebody gotta go down.
Too much. My brother ain't going down for none of this. So you gotta, and you know what? It reminds me of the original Power. Remember when Tommy got locked up? And Ghost told Angela, like, look, you can't have Tommy.
Yeah.
You can't have Marvin. It's literally that. It is that.
Yeah.
You can't have Marvin and you can't have Tommy. Sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
Not sorry at all. So yeah, he 2 niggas laid out, and then dun dun dun.
Which I feel like we've already kind of predicted it, but
I don't even know. Did we predict it, or did we just really not want to come to?
I think it was. I felt like the way that he fell and looked at the end, it just looked like he could not be dead. It just didn't. I don't know.
He got beat, but so here's the thing, because a lot of I've seen people say like, oh well, how you gonna survive getting beat in the head like that? We saw him got knocked in his head once.
Yeah.
When he was down, you saw him getting hit, but you didn't see where he was hitting him.
Right. He might have hit him in body shots once, and then one hit him in the head no more. So
right. It could have been body shots for the rest of it. And then yes, when he got knocked down, then it could have been, you know, saying he kind of rolled over. You don't know. But at the same time, something like that, you could be out the game. So it really left an opening
50-50
for it to go either way. So at the very end, when we saw Neek walk back up, shout out to Fifth, like, hey, if you gonna kill a nigga, make sure he dead. We love that. We love that because losing Neek in episode 5 was hard on us.
Yes, we was hurt.
So it's very good to see him back.
Episodes
and it's almost like, I mean, someone had to know that Neek was still alive, but not someone. I mean, because it could have been Stefano, but it also could have been Rock. Cause you know Rock, who Rock, you know Rock is she literally has a heart of ice outside of Kanan and Marvin and Lou. So who would she tell if she knew? Because Pernessa was up her ass, but she not gonna tell Pernessa that is that her name? It don't matter. Is she not gonna tell her that Neek's still alive? Especially since she was dicking him down. She did give him back though. You know what I mean? You know.
She was like,
here you go. Now, if you don't want to come back, that ain't my business.
Putting that cougar thing on.
I mean, you know.
He was coming over there at night.
He was coming over, okay? He was coming over. He was coming over there. Yes, he was. So, it's possible that someone knew that he was still alive.
I think if it was anybody, we talked about this off camera already. I think the Stefano theory. The
Stefano is the theory that I like because they have built up a level of respect for each other to where Stefano would be like, you know what, I like how you move. Okay, cool. And then like, even though Rock just kind of came in and was like, all right, Neek gone, so I'm gonna step back in and I'm gonna come back. I can't see Neek knowing that everyone thinks he's dead and being mad at her for stepping back.
Right.
I could see him being like, that's what's up.
Right.
Go ahead.
Right.
Now what happens after that?
We gonna see what's gonna happen in the next season because this is gonna be interesting.
Yes. Yes.
So this has been Culture Foolishness Power Raising Kanan season finale recap. We will be back soon with Culture Foolishness the podcast very, very soon. And
is it safe to say that we'll be doing recaps of BMF?
Oh, that is definitely
because BMF will be here March 1st.
Oh yeah, so we ain't gonna be gone too long on the recaps either. So you're gonna get a lot more of us than the rest of this year. So
you know what? Before we completely wrap up, do we want to talk about Lou and his suicide attempt?
You know what? We can talk about that. That was a really intense scene.
It was.
He's putting in some good acting work.
He's putting in some good acting, and you know, even though he's at a point where he is in rehab and he wants, and I mean, I don't even know if he wants to get better. He just don't have access to liquor. And with that, then you know, he's at a point where he's like, I don't think I can live with myself and the things that I'm doing. And again, like, a lot of times when you see criminals or people who have committed these heinous crimes, when you see them take themselves out, a lot of us, and I'm not even going to lie, myself included, we think that they just doing that to prevent jail time. But maybe, is it possible that they just truly cannot live with what they've done?
I think a lot of times it's actually the repercussions of what they've done weighing on them. Like, one of my favorite lines in one of these Currency songs, he was basically saying how people will be like wondering why somebody popping Xans and popping pills all the time. They trying to numb themselves to thinking about some person they killed or something like that. So it's real. It's very real. So Yeah, so if any, have to, I feel like it's like mandatory when you bring this up in any content. It's like if you know anybody that's having trouble with suicide and stuff like that, it's definitely resources available to talk to people and all of that stuff. So, gotta do that. But on that note, that was Culture Foolishness, Power, Raising Kanan, recap season finale. I am Creed.
I am Coach Tamara Simone.
And we will be back soon with the podcast and the BMF and all of that. So, see y'all soon.